few of the couples from 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, of the Miami couples. I actually didn't think I was going to talk about them this season because, let's be honest, I think, like me, a lot of you guys are just over all these couples, like Yara and Jovi, Loren and Herman, and Andre and Elizabeth. I feel like we're just beating a dead horse at this point. I honestly feel like production decided to do this just because it saved them production costs to just film them all in Miami. And then also, I kind of feel like they're probably testing out the idea of doing like a 90 Day Fiance house and seeing how it works with different couples being around each other long term. There have been rumors going around for like the past 2 years that they've been talking about eventually like doing like a 90 Day Fiance kind of house spin-off. Like, you know, they have The Last Resort and Hunt for Love where some of the cast members come together, but they just want to throw them in a house for like 3 weeks and see how everything turns out. And I think that could be interesting. But anyways, I think the producers were probably banking on Andre to be the messiest out of all the Miami couples. And that's what I was expecting this season. But I think they were quite shocked to see that most of the drama was between the females. The girls have just been fighting over the most dumbest, pettiest shit this season. It's something that could easily be worked out over dinner if they just sat down with each other and communicated. And they did eventually do that. They sat down and talked over some tequila shots. Loren started breaking down crying and she was telling Elizabeth how much he missed her, and Elizabeth admitted that she blocked Loren, but they started laughing and they apologized and they promised that it was going to be on the up and up from that point forward. But the next thing you know, Elizabeth went to go meet up with Yara and Jovi, Elizabeth and Andre, and they went over to their hotel room. They're drinking, and Elizabeth, I think she was trying to get all buddy-buddy with Yara, and she told Yara, yeah, so Loren was throwing shade on how you dress. She's like, I could never wear what she's wearing. And that just goes to show, like, how big someone's tone can make a difference, because yes, Loren said that, but Loren wasn't saying it like in a tone like she was disgusted. She was saying it as like, I could never wear what she wears just because I don't have the same body type. I don't have the same kind of confidence as her. I think Elizabeth was just grasping for straws and doing anything in her power to be messy, because I think Elizabeth wants anything to do anything she can think of to start some drama, because she wants as much airtime as possible, and we know how badly her family's been dying for a spinoff for years, and she's willing to throw anybody under the bus for that. And then Yara starts feeling some type of way because she feels like Loren's been fake as hell, because she's been smiling in her face but trashing her behind her back, and she's like, yeah, she called you so Miami. But I mean, I don't think that's really a bad thing. I mean, Yara's admitted that she likes plastic surgery. She likes her designer bags. She is very materialistic, and she does not hide that one bit. But the way that Elizabeth is making everything sound when she explains it, and the tone she's using, is just sitting here and making it sound like it's something that it's not. You can make anything sound shady if you use a crazy tone with it. And I mean, Elizabeth has shown that she's willing to throw her own family under the bus, and I think she's doing that with freaking Loren. I'm almost wondering if she's jealous of Yara and Loren's friendship, and that's why she's doing this. And then Yara decided to go meet up with Loren, and she took Loren to the side and she said, I just need to know why you are telling people that I'm so Miami and that I dress a certain way and making fun of the way I dress. Loren said, I did not say that. And I was like, okay, at least admit that you said that. You just didn't say it in that tone. And she did eventually admit, yeah, I did say that, but it wasn't in the way that Elizabeth is taking it. I was saying that in a way like, you know, that's awesome that she can do that. I'm happy for her. And she admitted to Yara's face that she is jealous of her. And I don't think it's like a mean girl jealous. I think it's just like a jealous, like, you know, I love what she has. I wish I could have that. it's more of like an inspiring way, not a spiteful way like Elizabeth is making it out to be. And I think that Yara is still a little doubtful in believing Loren. I think she kind of is buying like what Elizabeth was selling her and thinking, well, why would Elizabeth say this? And maybe Loren just doesn't want to admit that she was saying it in that tone. But I think Yara's going to think different when she goes back and watches this season, and I'm sure they're going to end up talking about it at the tell-all, because Elizabeth was just being messy for no good reason. And now let's talk about Georgi and Darcey. And before I get to that, I did see a post by Shabuti, and he did talk about the tell-all. He has some tell-all tea, and he revealed that in this tell-all, it's going to be a lot of close-up clips. We're not going to see, like, you know, wide open shots of the whole cast where we get all the reactions like we typically do in a tell-all. It's going to be close shots similar to this, and I guess they did that because they had to edit out Tiger Lily and her man because of the crazy stuff that he said on the internet. And you know what was crazy? She tried to come out and say, oh yeah, me and my man turn the internet up or lift the internet up, and trying to make it look like, oh, we're so viral, and making it seem like they did something great when all he did was say some super hateful shit on the internet. And now let's talk about Darcey and Georgi. You know, I kind of liked them a little bit at the beginning of this season just because I like Darcey's quirkiness. But, you know, after a while I'll get over it because it's the same thing over and over again. And Georgi's feeling the same exact way that us viewers are feeling. So Darcey sat down with Georgi after she did this fashion show, and she's like, are you proud of me? And he's like, yeah, of course. She's like, well, you don't ever say it. You don't ever talk about, you know, that you're proud of me, or talk about your dreams or goals or anything like that. And I just feel like Darcey's nitpicking. I feel like at this point Darcey's never going to be happy. Even when she's happy, she's going to find a reason to not be happy or start a fight. And Georgi was sitting there just looking in his champagne glass and was holding his champagne glass completely disregarding everything she was saying, and she got annoyed. She's like, what are you doing? And she called him told him that he needs to grow up and stop acting like a freaking child. But I mean, come on, you went and purposely got with a man younger than you. I mean, you kind of gotta expect what you sign up for. But Georgi is just like us. He's sick of hearing the same thing from Darcey, and literally everything he was telling Darcey is the same thing that I think as I watch their storyline. She said she doesn't feel like he cares about her feelings and he doesn't put any effort. And he said, look, I'm not gonna sit here and talk to you about the same thing every day because we just go in circles. We always fight about the same thing. And what's the point? Because all we do is talk. No action is ever taken. And I mean, I know she wants Georgi to make an effort too, but she also has to make an effort on her part and meet him halfway. I feel like he doesn't want to tell her for multiple reasons. One, I feel like it's inappropriate to expect him to open up about how much he makes every single year on national TV. Like, unless she's willing to do the same thing, I don't think that's fair at all. Like, to be sitting here pocket watching him on freaking national television. But I do think, like, as a couple, that they should be open with each other. But I think he thinks that he's finally worked so hard and gotten to this place in his life where he finally has some money in the bank, and I think he's scared that she is gonna want to blow through it if she finds out that he has it, because he's admitted that she's not as great with finances as she leads on, and that she doesn't have as much money as she puts on. You can just see how much money she's put into her body. I mean, that she's not the best with finances. I mean, she does have it though. I mean, so I can't really say anything about it. You got it. It's your money to spend. But I think he's just afraid that she's gonna want to blow through it. And he's even admitted that he sometimes, like, doubts, like, what the hell am I doing in this relationship after going and seeing Bulgaria. He's like, I'm missing out on my family and all my friends and everything I could have over here for a relationship where I don't even know if I feel fulfilled. But I just feel like Darcey, she married Georgi, and I feel like they're still strangers when they got married. I don't think they really sat down and talked and really had a lot of deep conversations before getting married, and she kind of walked on eggshells and ignored a lot of red flags because she didn't want to start the fight, and now that's all catching back up to her. And now she's having to pay the price for all that, and she's just kind of like, damn, I married a complete stranger that I don't even fully trust. And these are all things that should have been talked about and settled on before they got married. Like, I really never understood why she rushed so fast to marry Georgi to begin with, because it seemed like she really didn't know him when she married him, and they were in such a bad place before they decided to get married that it kind of caught everybody off guard. I kind of feel like she just rushed the marriage because that's when they had their TV show, and then suddenly they canceled the show, and I think she thought, okay, that can get us another guaranteed season, is having a wedding, and we can maybe get the show to pay for our wedding. And then they canceled the show, and the show was like, nope, you guys are gonna pay for it, this is all you. Maybe that's why the show was like, oh no, we are not about to cover this expensive ass wedding, we gotta cancel this today. But I just don't think that there's many 90 Day Fiance cast members that can have success doing a whole spin-off on their own. I mean, I did like the Darcey and Stacey show, but it got repetitive, just like, what they're doing here. And I kind of feel like they're trying to set us up to try to get on the last resort. But that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you guys are thinking, and thank you for watching.